Former Tory male voters are switching to reform in droves. The Tory party are stuffed, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, there was a YouGov poll this week that's put the Tories at the lowest yet, 19%.
Yes.
Wow.
And Reform, I think, are at 15%.
Yes.
So only just behind. But male voters are more likely to vote for Reform than Tory now. Brexiteers, pensioners, Red Wall voters are particularly more likely to switch from Tory to Reform.
Yeah.
It really looks like game over for
It
the
does.
Tories. And I think people were trying to be quite circumspect about Lee Anderson's defection, but I think that was really unhelpful. And of course, if Nigel Farage is to throw his hat back in the ring, it'll be a real game changer for Reform.
Oh, I think so.
Well, I think the thing is,
I don't think it's unlikely. It's inconceivable, shall we say, that the Tory party's just finished.
well, yeah, that's not inconceivable. But on the Reform point, we need to see them actually winning seats. That's when people will start to wake up and take this seriously as not just like an anti-Tory protest party, but a party that actually has some skin in the game. I do think the polls will narrow closer to the election, but like you, I want to see the Tories obliterated because I don't think they deserve this two-party system that we have, where these parties feel entitled to the British vote, and so they can come into government and do whatever the hell they like. I don't think that's acceptable anymore, and I do think the Tories have lost the trust of the public,
and they're still
they deserve to be obliterated.
And they're still talking as if they know what's going on.
Well, yeah,
they clearly don't.
Completely adrift from the country.
I mean, again, in the comedy circuit, do you bother even making fun of the Tories anymore? I mean, it's a bit of an easy laugh, isn't it?
It's interesting, how politics isn't really talked about that much because there's only so much satire you can do. Bojo was very good for it because he could satire on the satire, but I think a lot of people kind of almost feel sorry for Rishi Sunak because it's like, it's too easy now. Like, it's kicking a puppy while he's down.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what the mood would be like in those meetings?
It must be horrendous.
What could he do to make it worse? I genuinely do think that.
Well, he has to wake up every morning and try and show this kind of, happy face to the public, and it can't be easy, can it? I mean, I don't feel sorry for him, but,
He does wake up enormously rich every morning, and I'm sure he's got some wonderful job in Santa Monica to go to afterwards. But I have to say, I don't agree. I don't agree that Reform is just a protest vote. I think these these male voters who are switching genuinely want to see some Reform MPs. Not to say that will happen, but I don't think this is a protest vote
I think they will.
I think people are absolutely desperate for genuine change.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I want to see them eat into the Labour vote as well.
Yeah.
Because you had there was a piece in the Metro talking about the Reform could be dangerous for the Tory party. What about the Labour Party?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't look like a lot of their base are happy. I mean, Owen Jones leaving the Labour Party, I think, is a ringing endorsement of Keir Starmer, actually. I don't think it's to show that the Labour Party is in shambles. That being said, though, there are many disgruntled Labour voters that I think would like to move to Reform as well.
But the Labour Party is just as, divided as the Tory party are, so it's all a bit of a mess.
I think voter turnout's going to be mad.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like 3 men and a dog.
Very low.
Like, it's just going to be... And everyone's going to be...
And the dog will be voting for Reform.
I don't know. I might actually vote this year for the first time
in
a little while.
Yeah.
No, I've always voted, but I've sport my ballot.
Right,
the last couple of elections. No, most definitely deliberately. I've drawn some choice cartoons on my ballot paper.
Like what?
I remember, yes. Genitalia appeared once.
Okay.
Laura!
Men don't have... ...
Yeah.
I think I might actually cross a box this year.
Great.
Or next year.
Well, we shall see.
We'll see.